Okay, so this is paper 4, the calculator paper, first of the higher mock papers. Right, so we have got calculate the cube root of 210 over 10 squared plus 5 squared. Simple calculator problem. Shift and square root button to get cube root. Whack a fraction in there to 10, down to get below 10 squared plus 5 squared. We want to write down everything just in case. 1.188784391, and it says correct to 3 significant figures, so that means that we want it, that chunk there, after the next digit's an 8, so we're going to round up, so that'd be 1.19, correct to 3 sig fig. Always write down everything your calculator gives just in case you mess up the rounding. You'll only lose 1 mark then. Okay, the ratio 50 grams to 1 kilogram can be written in the form 1 to n. First thing, we've got to have same units. So 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. It says find the value of n. So we've got to now write 50 grams to 1 kilogram, or 1,000 grams, as a ratio. And then we're going to divide both sides by 50 so that this becomes a 1. 1,000 divided by 50 gives us 20. We want n, which is just this side, so 20. Okay. Then question 3, part A. Anne, Barry, Colin share a prize in the ratio 3-4-5. Colin gives 1/3 of his to charity. What fraction of the prize does Colin give to charity? Well, this is Colin. He's the 5, so it's going to be, let's find out how many parts there are in total. 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 12, and he's got 5, so Colin equals 5/12 of the total. And 1/3 of, that means times, Colin's share, 5/12, is going to go to charity. If we multiply that fraction, we shouldn't need a calculator for that, but you can do it if you really want to. 1 times 5 is 5, 3 times 12 is 36, and that will not simplify. Okay, and then our next question, part B. We've got Della, Edwin and Freya share some money in the ratio 5-7-8. Freya's share is £1,600. How much money did they share? So we want the total. First of all, let's find out how many shares there are in total. 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 20. Then we're going to find out what one share is. We know that Freya had £1,600, and that was 8 shares. This bit here is Freya's. So we are going to divide 1,600 by 8. And we can do that on the calculator, but hopefully we realise that that is going to be 200. So if we've got 20 shares at 200 a pop, we'll end up with £4,000 being shared out. Again, you can double check that with a calculator if you wish. Okay. So now if we have a look at the next bit, we have got a bus timetable shows the following information. A bus following route T leaves for the train station every 20 minutes. A bus following route A leaves for the airport every 18 minutes. A bus following route T and a bus following route A both leave at 8:37. What time will each of the timetable buses leave at the same time? Again, so this is going to be lowest common multiple question, because we are going to need a multiple of minutes which is common to both of them. We can do this by writing out the 20 times table and the 18 times table, or we can use common factors. That's my personal favourite. So if we use prime factors, 20 is 4 times 5, and 4 isn't prime, so that's 2 times 2. And 18 is 2 times 9, and 9 isn't prime, so that's 3 times 3. We can then do our Venn diagram. There is a 2 that's common to both, that goes in the middle, and then we've got a 2 and a 5 left over here, and 2 3s left over here. Okay, if we multiply everything together, we will get our lowest common multiple. So we are basically doing the LCM equals 2 squared times 3 squared times 5, which is going to be 180. Again, you can check that on a calculator. That's minutes. We are going to turn it into hours, and we're going to add that on to 8:37, 8, 9, 10, 11, 37 a.m. Write down an assumption that that was necessary to solve the problem. I'm going to make the assumption that none of the buses broke down and everything ran to time. Something along those lines. Okay, then we are on to an algebra question. Benny is 7 years older than Aisha. Chloe is twice as old as Benny. The sum of their 3 ages is 57. Work out the age of Aisha, Benny and Chloe. So I'm going to assume that Aisha is X years old. Benny is 7 years older, so that's Aisha's age plus 7. And Chloe is twice Benny's age, so that's 2 lots of Benny's age, which we could write as 2x plus 14. Then I know that their total age is all of these things added together. X plus 7 plus 2x plus 14, and their total ages adds up to 57. I'm going to simplify this. And then I've got an equation that we can solve. Subtract 21 from both sides to find out that 4x equals 36. Divide by 4 to get x equals 9. Aisha is x, so she's 9. Benny is x plus 7, so that's 16. And Chloe is twice that, so 32. Okay, we're going to create a two-way table for this. That's what this diagram thing here is for. But the question says, 120 students in Year 10 and Year 11 sit a test. 61 of the students are in Year 10. 83 of the students are right-handed. And 20 of the students in Year 11 are left-handed. So we need to fill in some more data. There was 120 students in total. 83 of the students are right-handed, and 20 of the students in Year 11 are left-handed. We can whiz through and work out all the missing boxes. 120 take away 61 is 59. 120 take away 83 is 37. 37 take away 20 is 17, and that's probably everything we know, but we can work out that this one is 39 and this one is 44. Okay. Now, one of the students in Year 10 and one of the students in Year 11 are chosen at random. Which one is more likely to be left-handed? Show your working and use the table if you wish. So we've used the table to work out how our 120 students are divided up. What we need is the probability that a Year 10 is left-handed. So we're looking for the probability of picking a left-handed person given that they are Year 10. And that probability as a fraction is 17 out of 61. Then we want the probability of a left-handed person given that they are in Year 11. And that probability is 20 out of 59. At this point, some of us who are comfortable with fractions might be able to work out that the probability of Year 11 is higher. But if we're going to compare probabilities, it's best to either have fractions that are the same denominator or just convert them into a decimal. So this is 0.27, we'll call that 0.28 to 2 decimal places. and 20/59 is going to be 0.34. As a decimal, the probability of a left-handed person given a year 11 is higher, so that means that it is more likely to be left-handed. So now we've got a perimeter question. All sorts of stuff's going to be used to answer this one though. It's a lovely question. So the diagram shows shape ABCDE. The shape is made from a rectangle and a right angle triangle and a quarter of a circle. F is the midpoint of BD. That therefore means that this length here is 9 and this length here is 9. We can also work out that FC is 9 because that's going to be the centre of our quarter circle that it talks about. And that's going to be a radii. They're all going to be radii. AE is 18 metres and perpendicular distance from C to E is 41. So now this is 18 and this is 41. What we really need to work out is what this length here is, and thus what this length here is. And that is going to be 41 metres, take away the 9. So that's 32. And this will be 32 as well. Okay. That's all the straight, sorry, not quite all the straight sides done, but we've got this diagonal here. Now this is part of a right-angled triangle. So what we're going to do for this bit here is we're going to use some Pythagoras. So we've got ourselves a right angled triangle, 9, 9, and we want to know this bit here. And we should know that a squared plus b squared equals the hypotenuse squared. So we are going to do 9 squared plus 9 squared. And if we square root that, we'll get our hypotenuse. Oops, did something strange there, bear with me. Square root of 9 squared plus 9 squared. That's going to be 9 root 2. Okay. Now the next thing that we need to work out is this bit here. Okay, so now we've got ourselves a quarter circle, and we know that that is 9 and that is 9. The circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, and we want a quarter of that circle, so we are looking for a quarter of 2 pi r. We know that r is 9, so we end up doing a quarter times 2 times pi times 9. 2 times 9 is 18, divided by 4 is going to be 9.5. So we end up with 9.5 pi. And then we want our total area. So for our total area, we are going to add all of our lengths together. Let's just remind ourselves. So that's going to be 18 plus 32 plus 32 plus 9 root 2 plus 9.5 pi. Okay. 18 plus 32 plus 32 plus 9 root 2 plus, oops, let's leave our square root there, plus 9, fraction, just going to put times pi in just to be on the safe side. There we go, and we get the answer 108.865089. There we go. So I'm going to round that to 1 decimal place, I think, because it doesn't tell us in the question. No, it doesn't. So I'm going to call that 108.9 metres.